viewers, Rectangular back, this time with another review. Here we have the Marvel Legends Titus Build-A-Figure series Angela. Now, I am a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan and was really excited that this figure won the fan vote. That was, God, I can't remember, I thought it was in 2015, I believe that was in 2015, so now here we're finally getting her at the beginning of 2017, but she is well worth the wait. And yeah, let's turn around the back of the box. Here we have the back of the box. At the top it says, a master of hand-to-hand combat, Angela is known throughout the galaxy for her battle prowess. So yeah, she is an Asgardian and major badass. My favorite issues of the Volume 3 Guardians is when Angela and Gamora are fighting together. They're some badass females. And here we have the other figures in the wave. You've got Drax, Yondu, Vance Astro, Angela of course, Darkhawk, Kid Nova, and Star-Lord from the movie. So this will, if you buy all the figures, you will get the Titus Build-A-Figure, and Titus is most known for being a villain of Kid Nova, and he also appears in the Guardians of the Galaxy animated series, which isn't too bad, so definitely check that out if you can. Here we've got Angela out of the package with all of her accessories. She also comes with the right leg of the Titus Build-A-Figure, which we have here. And I was surprised to see that it looks like they intended to give the Titus Build-A-Figure a boot swivel, but then they changed their mind and just glued it. So no boot swivel on Titus, which that doesn't really bother me, but looks like it's painted well. Same foot as the Space Venom figure, but the lower leg is different. The sculpt is different than the Space Venom figure. I think the upper part of the leg is the same, and so is the knee, but I believe the lower part of the leg is different from the Space Venom. So now that we have that out of the way, Angela is a beautiful figure. I'm very impressed with Hasbro's ability to pull this off. There are a lot of really cool things that they did. I'm glad that they didn't try to take a lot of shortcuts or cheap their way out of things. She deserved a really good figure, and Hasbro delivered. If you are a fan of the character, I think you're going to be extremely happy with the way this turned out. And if you're just a fan of action figures, I would say do not sleep on this figure. If you just try to collect the best of the Marvel Legends, this is definitely one of the best, if not the best, Marvel Legend in my collection. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a huge Guardians fan. This figure is just extremely well executed. The accessories are pretty damn good. You know, they've got that nice plastic that's got the paint swirled into it, so you've got a really nice effect there with the gold, and painted well with the brown. It's got some nice sculpted detail there on the handle. You can see that. Hopefully the paint won't rub off too much. I can see just a hint of gold underneath the brown, so hopefully that will last with taking them in and out of our hands. Similar on this side, you can see just a hint of the gold popping through under the handle there, but very cool, like the way that those are sculpted. The sword turned out really nice. I've seen a couple of other reviews, one review in particular where the sword was extremely warped. This one's not too bad. It's not perfect. It is a really soft plastic, so I wish that it was a stiffer, harder plastic. But overall, well done, well painted. sculpt is decent, not excellent, but still it does the job. I'm pretty happy with that. Now let's get the accessories out of the way and concentrate on the figure itself. Let me zoom in here and let you see her in all her magnificence. So first off, there are a lot of unique parts. Pretty much almost the entire figure is completely new. The hair obviously is completely new, and it is a pretty flexible material. Obviously, as it gets in the back, it's a lot thicker, so you're not going to get really any much flex out of it. So getting her to look up is not really going to happen. Even if they had added a hinge in the neck, which she does not have, she just has a ball peg, you're not going to be able to move it with all that hair. So, you know, it's not perfect. It would have been nice if, I mean, I don't see how they could have done it without breaking up the sculpt to have it like in a hinge or something in there. So at least you can get it kind of around her shoulder so that you can get her looking to the side there. So not perfect, but yeah, you can move it, so that is nice. Let's see about the other direction. Yeah, she can look the other way as well, so very, very happy about that. And I wouldn't be surprised if they use this hair on another figure. It's amazing what they did to add the hair and the crown and everything. The top of the head appears to be on a separate piece. You can see the scalp there kind of poking through her crown, and or the wings, whatever you want to call it, tiara, and you can see where they attached the top of the head to the rest of the head. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing this hair on another figure, maybe the Jean Phoenix that's coming, the Dark Phoenix. That could definitely happen. But very nice how they were able to do that. You got this softer material for the wings. I'll zoom back just a little bit. And yeah, very, very well done. Nothing's warped or out of place. The hair flexes out of the way. The paint is fantastic. There's very few flaws as far as the paint goes. There's a little bit of gold here on the torso, if you can see that. Then right there's a little bit of gold paint, which I can probably easily touch up, but very well done otherwise. The ribbon that goes around her neck is a nice soft plastic, so you don't have any problems with getting it out of the way. Some of them I saw, pictures of people who got them. The ribbon is kind of flaying a little bit more wildly than this one is, so I'm glad so far that this one's pretty tame and I'm not going to have really any issues. And I don't think you will have too many issues as well. I think it did a nice compromise of sculpted material and mixing in the paint in the plastic. I think that if they had covered it with gold paint, it would probably just flake off. So I like the way that they executed that. All the sculpted detail on her armor is really well done. This is sculpt. She does have sculpt in the bicep there, so it's not just painted lines. That's actually sculpted on. And let's see here. These shoulder pieces or elbow pieces are movable, so you don't have to worry about damaging them when you want to pose her. You can move the arm and slide those pieces out of the way, so that's really well executed. And the only major complaint about the packaging is it's a little tight in the back, so it did kind of damage her skirt a bit, so that's a little frustrating. Hopefully somebody will talk to Dwight about not not packing in these capes so tight so that they get damaged in the packaging. But another thing that's really cool about this is that you've got the upper thigh, the mid thigh, and then the lower part of the thigh, and they're all three pieces. You can tell that they glued the lower thigh into the upper thigh so that you don't have paint rub. You have this the colors of plastic doesn't match 100%, but this appears to be a flesh colored plastic, so that when you have these two pieces rubbing together, you don't have the gold paint exposed. If they had just gone with all gold plastic there for the entire leg. So very cool about that. These lines here are sculpted on those straps on her leg. She does have very good leg articulation there in the hips. Of course, double jointed knees. She has a really good range of motion there on the foot. So most people cannot flex their foot that high, and she can go tiptoes. So very, very excellent articulation there, and of course the pivot. So this is pretty standard as far as articulation goes, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. If you own Marvel Legends, you know what to expect, but just giving you just a basic rundown of all the major positive things about this figure. The sword does fit really nicely into the sheath, like so. It's a little snug, so let me try flipping it around. Yeah, it's a little snug, but it's cool that they allow that. It's not just a static looking holster, that it's actually functional. And yeah, it's got some nice sculpted rivets there on her belt. So there we have her with her weapons, and she holds them quite nicely. The range of motion on her torso is pretty damn good. Yeah, so she can look back a bit, and I was wrong. She does have a disc in the neck, which is great, so she can look down nicely. But again, it doesn't allow her to look up because of the hair, but that is pretty good. Yeah, the range of the motion in the shoulders is good because this armor piece is flexible. It will slide out of the way, so very well executed there. And let's get a couple of her compatriots from the Guardians next to her for some size comparisons. First, we have her next to another Asgardian female, Valkyrie, and I think they really did a good job on the size comparison. Angela is big, but I don't see her as a really imposing figure, so I'm glad that they didn't make her quite as tall as Valkyrie or taller, so I'm very happy with that. And here we have her next to her fellow Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got Gamora on her right, Drax on her left, and then Star-Lord on the far left, which would be our far right. So yeah, she blends in perfectly as far as I'm concerned, and I'm really looking forward to the Marvel Select Gamora, where she'll be about probably the same size as Valkyrie here, but that'll totally work for me. Yeah, she's definitely a big figure. I know a lot of people were concerned that she was going to be the same size as Gamora, but yeah, she's a good size. She's with her hair, she's a little bit taller than Drax, but I'm okay with that. It totally works for me. And with that, hopefully you liked the video, you share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.
That's crispy.